What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Yes, we are live on this beautiful Sunday. Great day outside. I'm glad that, most of the country is getting over those winter storms right now. And I'm here in Florida where it's been beautiful all week. I'm not trying to throw any shade at anyone, but just a beautiful day, man. But it's a great day to talk about Miami Dolphins football. We have some crazy things going on. This stream is going to specifically be about the Miami Dolphins supposedly to make an offer for Deshaun Watson. Also, the police want to talk to Xavien Howard. We'll talk about that situation. And Tua looking strong. And we'll get into that as well, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do, make sure you check out TD Fans Talk on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Sportscaster. Listen, guys, go subscribe to all of TD Fans Talk platforms. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you all so much. But even more so, make sure you check out Miami Sports Music, ladies and gentlemen, the podcast network with Stephen D, Wade O, yours truly, TD Fans Talk. Yes, me, TD Fans Talk. I am on Miami Sports Music Podcast Network as well. And then you have Dougley Do Wrong, the homie as well, and Jamie B. And this is all brought to you by Solo D, Miami Sports Music. Dolphins with attitude. Shout out to the squad. We repping DWA all day, every day, ladies and gentlemen. But don't forget, I'm over there at Miami Sports Music, so make sure you check out the website, miamisportsmusic.com. Thank y'all so much for checking it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. But before we do, once again, shout out to everybody in the comment section. I see the Mod Squad has showed up. We already have about 150 people watching. It'll probably get over 200-300. But hit that like button. Punch that like button right now. Let's go ahead and take a moment of silence for the like button because we're about to kill it, all right? We're going to take a 10-second moment of silence for the like button because we're about to kill it. Go hard or go home. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. I waited all day for this. Love making the Tua fans mad. Ronnie, I'm not here to make any Tua fans mad. I'm actually a little bit excited about what I see Tua doing. We're going to talk about that. That's going to be the last subject. But we're going to start the show off with the Miami Dolphins to make an offer to Deshaun Watson, which is, to be honest with you, the biggest news. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Even though we got over 170 people watching and only 77 likes, please hit that like button, show your love and support. All right, let's dive into it, okay? So first and foremost, TD's been away for about 4 days. I haven't streamed in 4 days. Man, TD, where are you? What's going on? I hope you're okay. I am okay. I wasn't feeling my very best, to be honest with you. I got a little punch on the chin of fatigue, so I decided to take some time, focus on my business, get some rest, and also let all of these rumors that everybody keeps sending me decipher. Like I told y'all, it's rumor season. Rumor season is not over until March the 10th. March the 10th is the end of rumor season, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? But that doesn't mean that we ignore all the rumors. Okay? Some rumors are worth talking about because there is some validity to some of them in so many ways. So let's talk about it. Miami Dolphins to make an offer for Deshaun Watson. Y'all put it in the comment section. Let me know right now. Do you think this is true or false? Put it in the comment section right now. Put it in the comment section right now. Do you think it's true or false that the Miami Dolphins will make an offer for Deshaun Watson? And I'm going to tell you which one I think it is in just a second. All right. All right. So according to you all, true, false, it's true, false, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. Yeah, we everywhere, like we always are, right? Nobody knows what's true, nobody knows what's false. And that's why I feel like I'm here to break it down and tell you whether or not it's true or false. It doesn't make me right, it doesn't make me wrong. But my true analysis of this situation that came out, of course it's true. What's wrong with y'all? Come on, man. Of course it's true. Now let's talk about why it's true real quick. I guess some of y'all, like I be telling y'all, put your thinking caps on, man. It only makes sense. I mean, anybody that makes common sense, there should be 20 teams that's going to make an offer. You know, I don't care if somebody sends an offer of a 5th round pick. It's an offer. And why did I use that as an example? If somebody's offered a 5th round pick, we know they're not going to trade, but it's an offer. You are tripping if you don't think Chris Grier ain't going to at least put an offer out there. And of course he's going to put an offer. It's going to be an offer that's team friendly. Like, I know they're not going to accept it, but just in case they do, here you go. So there's 2 ways to look at this. The real question is, because listen, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care how much you bow down to Tua. I don't care how much you hate Tua. I don't care anything about none of that mess. We're going to make an offer for Deshaun Watson. Now, the real question is, will it be an offer or will it be a serious offer? That's the real question. So when somebody comes out saying someone in the front office and high places said that the Miami Dolphins will be looking to make an offer for Deshaun Watson, of course I believe it, because we'd be nuts not to. Chris Grier would be the dumbest GM ever not to. You have to make an offer. If it's your football team, you want to upgrade at every position possible. You got to make an offer. But is it an offer or a serious offer? So let me give you the difference between an offer and a serious offer. Chris Grier making an offer would be, we'll give you number 3 and Tua for Watson. That's an offer. Okay? A real offer is Chris Grier saying, we'll give you number 3, Tua Tagovailoa, and 2021's first round pick. 2022 first round pick. That's a real offer. Even if it still don't get the job done, it's still a real offer. That's the difference. So whoever came out, I got a source that said they're definitely they're gonna pursue Watson. If I wouldn't have never heard that, I would have been concerned with Chris Grier that he didn't make a push for Watson. Guys, 20 teams in the NFL they should be making a pursuit for Watson. It's just, that's a given. Now, the report also said if Houston makes him available. If Houston makes him available. Okay? Shout out to Finsanity in the comment section and Ball Game. Finsanity said word of mouth. Wow. Yeah, word of mouth. And I'm putting the word of mouth to the side. Forget all of that. For me, it's just common sense. If they make him available, everybody has to make an offer. Like Ball Game just said, they have to do their due diligence. This is just their way of checking the boxes. You have to. You go through. Listen, I don't care if Patrick Mahomes became available right now. Let me put it like this, okay? I don't care if Patrick Mahomes became available right now and the Chiefs just told the world, we want 8 first-round picks. I still expect Grier to send a paper over saying, here come 3. It's that simple. She not talking about you, TD. Oh, okay. But it's that simple. You have to do your due diligence. Of course, we're going to make an offer, y'all. That isn't an indictment on Tua Tagovailoa. Right now, Deshaun Watson is a better player than Tua Tagovailoa. And right now, Deshaun Watson's upside has a better trajectory than what Tua Tagovailoa's upside can be. Now, Tua Tagovailoa can change that this year and say, oh, his upside can be better than Watson. But as of right now, that's not the case. So you have to do your due diligence. So, yes, we're going to make an offer for Deshaun Watson, y'all. Now, I want to shift gears real quick, but keep this conversation about Watson right here in our face. because I need to talk to y'all about Xavien Howard's situation and why it matters with the Watson and Tua situation. And y'all probably already can see where I'm coming from with this. All right. So the police want to talk to Xavien Howard. Let me drink some of this green tea on that. The police want to talk to Xavien Howard. All right. Shout out to Florida born, Kentucky grown with the donation. He said, yes, that's their job. On another note, did you see the pic of Tua putting in work? My bad. Putting in work. All this is fueling him, I swear. He is going to make a leap. Hey, that's the last thing we're going to talk about, homie, is Tua Tagovailoa and how he's looking right now, okay? All right, but let's talk about Xavien Howard. So the police want to talk to X, okay? The reason why they want to talk to Xavien Howard is because last year in June, his agent's house got shot up or whatever, right? And the police basically doing their investigation. Now, I am a criminal justice major. And basically, here's what's going on, okay? If my house gets shot up right now, I call the police. They come out. They said, do you know who did it? No, I don't know, but we saw a gold sedan pull off. Okay, a gold sedan. We got a description of the vehicle. Okay, but we got to figure out who the person is. So we're going to try to track the vehicle down to figure out who it is. In which they did. They tracked the vehicle down and got the owner of the vehicle. They know who the owner of the vehicle is. Okay, that's one. And then number two, what police typically do in all cases, murders, shootings, and all of that stuff, they ask for your phone records. Who have you been in contact with recently? And on that same day of the crime, Xavien Howard's friend had called the victim twice. Xavien Howard's friend called the victim twice before the crime, and the crime took place. Now, that doesn't mean Xavien Howard's friend did the crime. That doesn't mean Xavien Howard has anything to do with the crime. But the police are trying to talk to Xavien Howard, and they've been trying to talk to him since June, and he declined to speak with them. The first reason was because he said he had COVID. This is what the report says, not TD. The first reason he didn't talk to them is because he said he had COVID. All right. Time goes on. I think he's healed from COVID now. Hey, X, can we talk to you? Nah, I'm busy. Hey, X, can we talk to you now? Nah, I'm busy. Hey, X, man, I know you've been busy, but can we talk to you now? Nah, I'm busy. Finally, X, man, we in the off season, bro. Can we talk to you? Nah, I don't want to talk to y'all. I refuse to talk to y'all. So Xavien Howard is refusing to speak with authorities, which is right. He doesn't have to speak to them. If they want to charge him with something, they got to bring him in. I mean, he has a right to not speak with them all he wants. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? Just fine. That's his decision. But this is stirring up issues, okay? This is going to stir up issues. This is going to stir up drama, and here's why. Because in this country, a lot of people are guilty until they're proven innocent. Okay. And at the end of the day, all of the information that I've gathered about this situation, there is no evidence or nothing that leads to Xavien Howard outside of the fact that the friend made a phone call to the victim twice. Xavien Howard also has been known to have grievances with the agent who was the victim, and Xavien Howard fired the agent and picked up new representation. So there's a lot of things they're trying to figure out probable cause to potentially make a charge or something like that. But the police don't have enough right now. That's obvious. Okay. Otherwise, they'd already have charged him since he's continuing to neglect to speak with them. And the lawyer is advising him as such, which is smart. And in the world of football, a lot of people know that where there's smoke, there's fire. But at the same token, this can absolutely have nothing to do with Xavien Howard. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's just call a spade a spade. This is business. This is business. Okay? Why do I say this is business? Here's why. First of all, last summer, we dealt with some issues with law enforcement with Xavien Howard. Let's just be honest, right? Luckily, and which is a good thing, but we all saw some of the stuff that went down, pictures and different stuff like that. Charges were dropped. Okay, that's a good thing. You know, he's not guilty, whatever. However you look at that, your business, it's his business as well in his household. But he did have a run-in with the law, okay? And went to jail and released shortly after. Now we come up in this situation. We're talking about firearms being involved, shots being fired. The agent wasn't even home, but his wife and kids were home. This doesn't have anything to do with Xavien Howard's guilt, but at the same token, this brings a bad light on the organization because you're talking about a wife and a child being shot at in relation to, and again, not a knock on Xavien Howard, doesn't mean he's done anything. But at the same token, this is a negative cloud coming by the organization. And at this point, I already calling Xavien Howard. You don't have to talk to the police, homie, but talk to us because we don't want 5, 6, 7, 8 months from now some evidence to drop that implicates you. That's what's going to happen. The Miami Dolphins organization, because this is the National Football League, they go look and they investigate everything. So the Dolphins would be wise right now because the NFL is going to do it soon. They're going to make a phone call if they already haven't. With this news coming out, they're going to say, hey, you don't have to talk to the police. But in efforts to help us out, what happened in this situation? And also, is it something we need to be worried about that we can help you out with early or anything? Now, his lawyer's going to tell him, don't even talk to the Dolphins, whether he did anything or not. Or his lawyer just say, hey, tell them it's false. And this is where the Miami Dolphins are going to sit back and be like, he's refusing to talk to police if it's false. See, they have to make a decision. I'm not talking about X and his personal life, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking at it from a standpoint of the team. I'm talking about it from the standpoint of the team. Okay? They have to make a decision now on, man, I hope we don't get bit with this later. I hope this ain't something that's going to come back and be some serious stuff for real. Man, I hope that this is just, like he said, it ain't got nothing to do with me. We hope so. But what if it's not? So you got a player with his highest value that he's ever going to have. A dumb team will give 2 firsts right now. But you probably could get a first in a third or something. I'm just saying. You're crazy if you don't think that this stuff weighs into decisions like that. So this is why it gets a little nerve-wracking because at the end of the day, the Dolphins have to do their due diligence and make a decision that's best for the team, regardless if he's guilty of something or not. Because I think a lot of teams are starting to learn their lesson of listening to these players that lie to them in their face, and then next thing you know, the video's released a few months later. That ain't what you tell us went down. Because it's happened a lot. It's happened a lot, man. So the reason why I wanted to talk about that is for the simple fact that when we talk about Deshaun Watson, this is the type of thing that could actually make a deal like that happen. I give you number 3, Tua, and Xavien Howard. Give me Watson. And they dodge a bullet early in the event that it is something serious. So, and I think that could potentially get the job done. I don't know. Or they trade X, get the assets, and give them to Houston with Tua. I'm just saying, these are all things that can be weighed. Because if you take a hit by losing Xavien Howard, yeah, you're going to replace him with the best corner you can find, but you need a better offense to compensate. Because you'll have a good defense, but it will not be the same without Xavien Howard. So it's a give and take. You'll still have a good defense, but it will not be as good without Xavien Howard. So you will definitely need to make your offense, like at the quarterback position, a whole lot better. Just my take on that. Now, I want to read some of these comments, donations. Dariq said, "What's up, TD? I hope you're doing good, bro. Don't you think this issue could hinder Xavien's value if we trade him, TD?" Potentially, but I don't know. They're going to do their due diligence regardless. They're going to field offers and everything. They know. They know better than anything. And on top of it, with all this stuff going on, man, I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know, man. I mean, he may even need a new scenery. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay? I have no idea what's going on. But I hope none of this is a real problem for the Miami Dolphins, because that's going to suck, man. You got an all-pro and man, listen, none of us want him to really be in trouble. We all want this to be just nothing. We all want this to be dustpan just brushed under the rug, because we definitely don't want this to be something real. Because if this is something real, oh my gosh, man, we screwed. Like legitimately. It's one of those things that hurt you. It hurts you bad. It hurts you bad, man. Let me see here. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Oh, Ball Game said he's not responsible for the actions of his cohorts. It's a bad look, but you're innocent until proven guilty, and it will all shake out sooner or later. It is what it is. I agree. He's not responsible for the actions of his cohorts unless he sent them to do it. And I'm not making that speculation. Huh? Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. You can close it, okay? It's a bad look, which it is, but you're innocent until proven guilty. I agree, but like I said earlier, Ball Game, in this country, a lot of people are guilty until proven innocent, which is unfair. And I don't like that. I really, really, really hate that. Hold on, y'all. I'm finna drop the link. Just in case Ball Game or EM wanted to come in for a brief moment, because I got to get out of here in about 27 minutes. At 5 o'clock my time. So I'm dropping a link for you two fellas if y'all want to come in and chat about it. Because this is serious to me, man. This can have major implications long term. But at the end of the day, right now, nothing's going on. Xavien Howard's playing that smart role. I'm not talking to the police. I'm not putting myself in a situation where I can be implicated. I'm not putting myself in a situation where somebody can be able to say I said this and then I lied or nothing. Don't talk to the police. And if you don't have any evidence, eventually it should all brush over. We just hope that at some point nothing comes out. But again, they did, if I'm not mistaken, they did find the vehicle and the registered owner. So at some point with an investigation, something's going to be official. Something's going to be official. Again, let me make this clear. They located the vehicle and the registered owner. So it's a matter of you're the registered owner, whoever that person was, I forgot the name, who you let hold your vehicle. Otherwise, we might be looking at you as being responsible. Who you let hold of your vehicle. So eventually, if they do a good investigative job, they're going to get down to who it is. And I'm telling you, you shot a firearm in a house with a woman and a child inside, and it's high profile because it ain't like you in the hood where sometimes it don't matter, which is sad. This is more high profile. Man, somebody said there are no dead bodies. We're good. Man, you done lost your mind. You done lost your mind. And then, listen, look at the country we live in. Xavien Howard fits the profile of an individual who typically gets a very large sentence for something that ain't even major. So come on, man. Come on. Let's be honest here. All right. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying to y'all is if they do investigative work and it comes down to who's responsible and things like that, I just hope that he's not implicated in any way, because if he is, this is bad for us. This is bad for him, his life, his family, the team. And I mean, at the end of the day, you also have a wife and child who are shot at, and my heart goes out to them in the situation they dealt with and the fear that must have put on their life, regardless of what the situation was. Y'all got to keep that in mind too. How safe can you feel if somebody roll up to your house, shoot inside, and you in there with your kids, even though nobody got hurt? It just happened. It just happened. And how easy can you feel living, you know? So it is what it is, man. Shout out to the homie EM, man. He in here with us. What's up, man? What's your thoughts, bro?
What's going on, man?
Oh, hold on, bro. Give me 1 second, EM. I gotta hook up my Bluetooth because it didn't come through for me.
Oh, okay.
1 second.
Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Hope everybody's doing all right on this lovely Sunday.
All right, yeah, I'm good now, bro. Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts, man?
I think at this point, I think it's a non-issue for the most part. Obviously, I think we got to wait and let see what details come out. But at the end of the day, it's somewhat concerning, to be honest with you. But we just got to sit back and sit back and watch and let the story unfold and see what comes out.
But here's the deal. Now as a spectator like you and I are, right? I agree with you 100%. But let's not think from our standpoint, because like what we do now, we talk for the Dolphins as if we're the GM and we're trying to understand how we can win a Super Bowl, right? So do you think the GM has to have that same mentality? See, that's where I'm at with it. As a fan, I'm with you 100%. You got to let this play out, see what it is. But as a general manager, you mean to tell me Greer got to have that same mentality?
Well, I mean, what can he do, TD? I mean, you have to let this is not the court of public opinion. This is a criminal case. So you have to let that play out accordingly. And then and I'm assuming what you're talking about, what his potential response will be to Xavien Howard, right? That's what you mean.
Yeah, but he has to evaluate some level of risk assessment here. You see, there has to be a level of risk assessment, because it's one thing to sit back and say, well, what can I do? Then it hit the fan, X, gone. And
but I mean, what can he do? I mean, what can he do? His the NFL, the entire league. You can't just be. You have to let all the facts present themselves. Period. Before you respond in any way, shape, or form. So if I'm the GM, if I'm Chris Greer, the story is gonna make me a little queasy, because you don't want distractions. You don't want to see any player being even remotely mentioned in a situation like this criminally, especially with possible criminal charges being brought. But at the end of the day, bro, you just gotta wait. You have to wait and let it play out. So his hands are tied. Our hands are tied. We just gotta let it play out.
Okay, let me ask you something. You're in Texas. Did y'all have circuit cities in Texas?
At one point, yeah.
All right. Why did Circuit City go out of business?
They weren't selling no product. They had competition. There's competition. Thank
you. Best Buy and who else? Who's that big conglomerate now that's wiping everybody out?
You got Fry's. You got Nebraska Furniture Mart. You got a lot of people.
Even Walmart and Amazon. That's who
Walmart and Amazon.
That's who's really boring everybody up, right? So here's my thing. I'm trying to walk you down this road here. So say Xavien Howard is Circuit City, and you got Amazon coming out here, you got all these companies coming out here, and you've been doing good all this time, and you got $1 million in your bank account, EM, and you want to invest, and you know that Circuit City been blasting off all forever. Are you gonna put your $1 million behind Circuit City after you see what's happening out there, or are you gonna take a risk assessment? What you gonna do?
Well,
say you are. Matter of fact, let's make it even harder for you. Say you already got your money in Best Buy. I mean, you already got your money in Circuit City, and you're like, man, should I move my money or should I keep it here? Because Amazon just hit the scene and they're doing well. Best Buy just hit the scene; they're doing well. Do you move your money or you stay invested?
Well, let me ask you this: you specifically, what would be your move if you're Chris Greer at this point, as we're sitting here today?
No, it's a hard one. That's all I'm saying here. I'm opening up the dialogue about it. It's a hard one. My move is this. Okay, so let me weigh everything on the table for you here. Xavien Howard has the highest value he's ever gonna have. That's number one on the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number two on the table right now is he has had an injury, a history of injuries. He didn't play this full season, but at the same token, we can consider it healthy. Okay, but he has a history of injuries. Another thing I'm putting on the table, I just gave this man a new deal. Now he want potentially more money or more guaranteed money.
Oh,
that's another situation.
I think we're on the same page in regards to potentially moving off of Xavien Howard.
Okay,
I'm open to that.
So let me tell you what Greer's move is. So he keep on putting this stuff on the table. X want more money. Now we got this law enforcement situation. This is Greer's move. Xavien Howard, I need to talk to you. Hey, I know you're not talking to police, but keep it 1,000 with me. What's going on in this situation? Is this something that can come back to bite us at the end of the day, or is it something we don't need to worry about? And you know what his lawyer gonna tell him to do, right?
What's that?
He gonna tell him don't even talk to the Dolphins about it.
Why would he do that? Only unless he's guilty.
Then why won't he talk to the police now?
I mean, that to me, that's the most concerning thing about the facts that's been presented at this point is the fact that he's not engaging with law enforcement.
So when you say what is Greer's move, if he talks to Greer go to bat for his guy. He make a decision. You go to bat for him and you trust him. Even if you get burnt, that's Greer's move. But if X won't even talk to you, don't ask me what Greer move is. Don't ask me what Greer move is. It's right there in front of you, EM. What is your move, bro? If you were Greer and he won't even talk to you about it. Come on, man.
Well, again, we're not, I think we're in alignment as far as potentially moving off of Xavien Howard this offseason. I've been consistent about that. But in terms of a reaction, just based off the facts that's been presented as we're sitting here today, that's a little premature, TD. Like, no, it's not. From what I gather, I think you are more inclined to pull the trigger now, just considering everything. The first contract we've given him, we made him the highest paid corner in the league, and also last year's off the field issues. Now this pops up. I think you seem to be a little more preemptive in terms of like moving off him as a result of what's transpiring now. But I'm just saying.
And on top of it, remember,
if you have it in your mind, if Chris Greer and Brian Flores has already made their mind up in terms of moving off of X, well, okay, then I could somewhat agree with you. But you got to let this play out, bro. You know what I mean? You have a commodity, you have a player, you have a value player, because obviously he's one of the best players in the entire NFL. So you just need to take a deep breath, let it play out, bro. Gather all the intel, then you respond accordingly. But now you want to jump the gun and just cut him just based off what's been presented now. No, I think that's a little premature, bro.
Hey, ain't nobody ever say cut now. Now you're talking other language.
Well, no, I'm sorry, trade. I'm sorry. Well, cut or trade. Because I mean, if he gets it, if more details surface and Xavien Howard is responsible for if he's responsible for any criminal activity, bro, it's trade value. You might as well, you're gonna have to wind up cutting him. because his trade value is going in the toilet.
That's why you trade him now before the police have anything.
but listen, that's if the rest of the league is monitoring the situation just like the Dolphins are, right?
You can't trade him that now.
You can't trade him now.
I know. Well, you can agree in principle and then tell the police.
Ain't nobody coming to the table to talk to you right now about Xavien Howard. All of this going on.
You gotta let him play out, bro.
It's not, bro. You know that, TD. And his office and his legal counsel right now, what they're doing right now is building the wall around him to separate him. He doesn't have to talk to them. They haven't made him. All they did is say they want to talk to him. So he is not exactly what they would consider a person of interest to them. So his lawyer saying, you ain't got to talk to them. If you wasn't there, we ain't got to talk to them. We're going to wait to see what they got, let them present that, and then we'll go in and clear you. That's what his lawyers are doing. They're playing the part. The police have to prove that they have something before he has to come in. He don't have to prove his innocence to nobody right now, but the people around him and the people that he paying to keep him safe. So
I'm fully aware of that. My thing is this. It's not about whether he's guilty or not or the police. For me, it's Greer. Greer, the brain of Greer right now. This can really bite us.
Yeah, well, here's the kicker. So if Greer hastily reacts to the things that are being presented right now without having all of the facts, then we lose X anyway, because now you got a guy that knows without a shadow of a doubt. You don't believe in him. You think he's some thug out here going around shooting up folks' houses. He don't want to be there no way. So you burn that bridge. Or you let it ride out. You call him in. Hold up. You call him in. Have a conversation with him. And like you said, you ask him, hey, is this going to bite us? He tell you no. Then everybody shut the hell up and be done with it. You leave it alone and let the police do their job. Because at this point right now, the entire league and anybody willing to actually want to make a trade for Xavien Howard is looking at it like, I'm not touching that. I'm not calling. I'm not touching anything remotely close to Xavien Howard until all of this stuff gets pushed under the rug or swept to the side. So right now, go ahead.
And if you're Greer, you're trying to be, you're trying to get out ahead of this, bro. That looks desperate. That reeks of desperation to the NFL, to potential trade partners. You don't know.
That's why you do it. That's why you do it in a Watson deal.
But you can't do it because then you can't trade. You can't trade a dude. And if let's say hypothetically, if he is guilty, let's say he commissioned his homeboy to go do this crap, right? He going to jail too.
Yeah.
So anything that you got for Houston, I mean, if you got somebody stupid enough to actually trade for this dude, you're gonna lose it. You don't get to keep it because that asset is gone.
Houston is stupid enough.
Get down, get off the bed. No, I don't think nobody knows.
You got the best course of action right now, bro. You just got to sit and let it play out. Period.
Xavien Howard right now has a circle around him with an X across his. He is untouchable, and ain't nobody touch. That's radiation right now. So you don't know if it's good or bad radiation right now because all the facts ain't out there. But he is untouchable. He's in the Miami Dolphins vault.
Let's go to this point then. Say they were backstage behind the scenes thinking about trading him, right? Now they're just out of luck.
Well, not really.
How?
Because listen, okay, so hypothetically, if he is, right, and he has to go to jail behind some foolishness, that's money back. That's money we get back. You ain't paying him no more. So it's not really hurting us in the long run. We just lost a good piece of our defense. But hell, players turn up and walk away from the game at any point in time. He could get up in the morning.
For me, it's the assets.
Ball game. Now that potential Caleb Farley pick, bro, is looking sweeter and sweeter.
Right?
It's looking sweeter and sweeter, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Like this whole listen. I always look at it like this now, and TD. Some things happen for reasons, bro. Like no pun intended, but like some things happen for a reason, and unfortunately, this ain't the first time that Xavien Howard's been sought after by the police for something that was attributed to his direct actions or you know what I'm saying? Now at this point, someone he's associated with. And I'm never gonna condemn someone for the people that they hang out with, but at the same time, sometimes
if the people around you are not moving in the same direction you are, I'm gonna criticize because all they doing is keeping you where they are, bringing you down. That's it.
That's real. That's real. So, but what I'm saying is that this is two situations now that has arisen during his tenure with us. So maybe it is time to get off of him, but we can't. That's what I'm saying right now. Nobody gonna touch him, TD. No one. I don't care how great his stats were. No one is gonna touch him right now. And the fact of the matter is, we gotta sit and just wait for all of this to play out, which is the only thing we can do. But I guarantee you, they've had a conversation to figure out how much money we got to pay him, how much we got to pay him to make him happy. And to some degree, somebody might be behind the scenes saying, "Thank you, God." Now we might have to pay him nothing.
Good point there. Very good point there.
Because I tell you, if with this cloud of controversies, circling over him now, he is in no position. He is in no position.
You're right. I didn't
to demand any kind of pay raise, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good look.
So here's the kicker,
he
right?
Ain't in no position.
Here's the kicker. Although it's not right, the NFL does work off of the circle you keep will affect how you eat.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So he have to prove to 32 owners that they can trust him to be smart enough to make decisions about the people that are around him. And at this point right now, if his friend, you know what I'm saying, if he was, even if he wasn't commissioned and even if he knew about it, that lessens any chance that he can come back and be asking for more money. And the Dolphins probably going to use that as leverage. It is what it is. Yeah, they should.
So hold on, y'all got my mind going crazy here because now I'm thinking about a lot of. Let me just say this real quick, Ian.
I'm sorry, Teddy. Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead, bro.
Y'all got my mind racing because a lot of things are starting, and I could be reaching, but they're starting to add up for me. Let me break those down for you. So first off, don't forget, this happened last June, and they were trying to talk to him ever since then.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm wondering, did the Dolphins know about that, and did that have something to do with the pick of Noah? Also, whenever they were talking about during the bye week and all that they're fielding calls, they're not they didn't put X on the trade block, but they were listening to offers.
I guarantee it had something to do with it. I guarantee it did. See, wow, I had no idea, bro. This happened in June. I'm thinking this is like recent.
This is last June, and they've been trying to talk to him since last year, and he told them I got COVID. And then whenever weeks passed, they tried again. He said he'd been busy. Now it's the off season, and he's just told them he refuses to speak with them. Oh, of course, because his lawyer. Wow. But at first it was quote unquote because he had COVID.
Well, yeah.
I think at the end of the day, damn, man, that's I don't like bro.
It looks sketchy.
Just recently happened.
It looks hella sketchy. No, it was last year.
Bro, I had no idea this happened in June.
And then you change representation. And then you change the representation.
So it looks like so essentially at this point now the picture is painted that it looks like it was a bad deal or bad blood between him and his agent, and his homeboys went to go touch up the agent. You know what I mean?
I'm leaving it alone, but I'm just saying
that's what it looks like. I mean, I knew about the story, but to me, I said that I was always thinking if they didn't call him in or they didn't force him to come in, then they might have not found enough to actually tie him to it. But now at this point with the season and the COVID and all that stuff, then yeah, I can see them now wanting to close out the investigation. I get that.
I sincerely hope. Oh man, you got to be smarter than Xavien Howard, man. Come on.
Hey, are you making a deal?
I want to get my piece. What's up, y'all?
What up?
What's going on? What's going on?
Well, does this look familiar? Is it going to snow in Texas again or what? What's up, y'all? Man, this whole X thing, man, I hope that they were talking to somebody before all this happened. And I hope there's a window where we can get rid of him. If there's even a
there ain't
a shot of a doubt
that ain't no window, man. It is. He stay put and he play for, because at this point right now, I mean, you really got to think this will be two two strikes that he kind of dodged. The first one being when he put his hands on his old lady, right? They don't condone that. The second one now, you got homeboys of yours out here shooting up folks' homes. What's next?
You still wrong for playing that tape though. I'm still mad at you for playing that tape. That Xavien Howard tape, the 911 call when you played on the panel that time. You still wrong. You still wrong for that, bro. But anyway, but go ahead.
I played the tape. Yeah. I played the tape.
Look at
you played the tape.
Listen, I don't remember.
Don't act like you don't remember. Don't act like you don't remember that.
If the world heard it, then it was fair game. If you can go find it, then it's fair game. Listen. Hold on. Who reported the tape that I was able to get a hold of? Well, the media outlets. I am considered a media outlet right now. Listen, I'm gonna put it like this. This might be X's last year because he got a dead cap of 6.7 this year.
Yeah.
But next year is only a 2.8 dead cap.
Right.
It's a 2.8. They are under no. I'm gonna be honest. Even at 6.7, if things get ugly, I ain't gonna lie. That don't kill us, y'all.
No, I'm not cutting. Unless
no. I'm just saying if we have to cut them. Unless this video of Xavien Howard hanging out somebody's window with a chopper and shooting this dude's house up, anything short of that, I am not cutting. I'm not doing it.
Nope.
I'm not doing it. Sorry. So
there's a ton of thugs in the league right now. So the league is full of thugs. Ain't no choir boys.
Listen.
Some of the stuff these dudes had to do to get to this level to be able to do what they doing, ain't no choir boys. So he didn't kill nobody. And if he went involved, listen, like I'm on with EM, if he ain't on the video and they can't link him to it, then we move on smartly. But this can be a definite leverage piece for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I like that leverage that, this does suppress his value. So that renegotiation stuff, we can say no. And if he want to sit out, then we saving money anyway.
Right.
But let me say this real quick. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, we're going to know for a fact whether he was implicated or not. Why? Yeah. Because they found the vehicle and they found the registered owner of the vehicle. Now answers have to be gotten.
Somebody gonna. They squeeze the person hard enough. Somebody gonna pop.
So somebody has to be gotten. This was your vehicle. For sure. What's up? Were you it? No, I wouldn't be. Whatever. Something is going to give because let me tell you, shots was fired. Woman and child inside. The charges that come in. I mean, that's 4-5 different charges right there.
That's stupid, man.
That's 4-5 different charges right there.
Come on.
You got to be smarter than this, bro. You have to be smarter than this.
We don't know. We don't know, Ian. We're not making them guilty.
But look here. See, here's the process, though, TD. The day you get the day you declare to become NFL draft eligible is the day. Actually, to be truthful with you, the process should be once the damn recruiter come to your house when you're in college. I mean, when you're in high school recruiting your ass, you need to stop doing the dumb shit with the people. You know what I mean? You got to start cutting ties then. Especially if you're a top tier athlete with a chance to actually even make it to the NFL. And then as you get closer, you start aligning yourself with positive people around you that without shouting out ain't gonna lead you to be doing no dumb shit. Not going back and grabbing people from home. Now, there's some people worth grabbing and bringing with you. Yeah, especially the ones that all them of you leave them where they at.
And I just don't get from the position that he is in life. There should be no way your name gets tied to any type of activity like this. I can't.
Do we need to talk about Ray Caruth?
No, we need to talk about Michael Vick.
Any of them,
Hernandez.
bro. Any of them. There's no way you gonna have Ian Dolphin's name linked in any kind of foolishness like this.
Hold up, insanity. Hey, but Ray Caruth actually did it though.
Yeah.
That's different. He different. Guys, Ray did it. You know what I mean?
Do y'all really
Ray Lewis.
think that Greer?
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
Leave sugar alone, man.
Ian Ballgame and Esteban, do y'all really think that the Dolphins are like blind in this situation? This is the NFL team. They have PR guys, investigative guys, lawyers up the wazoo.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure they already know why the police want to, question X and all that. So, to me, I feel like they have a better temperature of this situation, and maybe they want to talk to X, communicate it. I wouldn't be surprised if they hadn't already communicated with X throughout the season about this, because it's been like, what, 8 months? 8 months of discovery? Come on now, Ian, you were in.
I'll be honest. With all y'all, this doesn't look like it's gonna end good. I'm sorry. It just doesn't.
I don't mean to make light of this and make a joke, but now I see why he got 10 picks. Hey, y'all know how it was when you were young, you were bad in school, and then you wanted to do everything right.
Stop it.
Stop that. You need to stop, TD.
He just balled out in
the system. My concern is for the person, the individual. Bro, I hope he just didn't get caught up in no nonsense and have to do time for, just senseless. It's just ridiculous. I just don't get a lot of these athletes, bro. I understand, you wanna take care of people and bring people up that help you get to where you are. I'm all for that. But goddamn it, if you still out here running these streets, shooting, robbing, raping, and God knows what, man, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna distance myself from you. I don't want that element in my world. Period.
That's real.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of these athletes, bro. It's like they can't say no to. They can't say no to these individuals, bro.
That's growth.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I haven't gone into detail on this whole subject. Like, I haven't really looked into it. It's kind of like hearsay, but this is where I'm at with this situation. There's too much coincidence. The fact that it was his agents, these guys are tied to X. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's just too. It's just too much. It's too obvious. It's too obvious. We know what happened. If you're a Dolphin fan, get prepared for the worst.
So you're saying what you're saying is car got pulled over, the house down the street burning up, car get pulled over, motherfucker got a lighter in the car with the gas can in the trunk, and he got gas on his hands and on his shoes, but he's saying he ain't burning the house down.
Pretty much, bro.
Nah.
Pretty much. That's where I'm at right now. I just don't see how he's not involved.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
what you say,
I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys' friends can call the agents, can call their agents. It's all a tight-knit group. Don't put X in the middle of this just because.
Finsanity. Finsanity. Look, just pretend you are an agent for NFL players, and your house gets shot up, and it has to do with, and the guys that shot up your house is the guy that you represent. Or, you know what I mean? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. And they went and shot this man's house up in X's car. He need to be sent to jail for that alone.
It ain't X. It ain't his car. It's not his car.
It's not his car.
It's not his car. They just know who the registered owner of the car is.
Circumstantial evidence. There's nothing.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Here's the deal, Finsanity. Let me put it like this. Police show up at your door right now and say they want to talk to you. What you doing?
I'm saying
call my lawyer.
I need to know why.
Okay. Okay. Well, we want to question you about a shooting that took place.
I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know nothing about that. Contact my lawyer.
Yep.
So where were you on this?
We ain't got nothing to talk about.
I think it's like, but here's the deal. Let's be honest, y'all. Let's just keep it 1,000. If you now trust me, I understand the sense of not trusting the police in certain situations. I get all that conversation, right? But if you really absolutely would have nothing, like what they got to do with me, you know what I'm saying? My friend called him that day. I don't even know why, or if he may know why, but that was something straight innocent. Like, you don't think this would already be done?
No, you don't just bully the police no matter what, because they could be
not bully.
They could be trying to implicate you. Nah, I need my lawyer present. I need to know why am I being brought in this?
Oh yeah. But the lawyer is involved. But the thing is, they don't even with the lawyer present. Nah, X, we don't want to say nothing. Here's the scary part. We all, a lot of us are savvy enough from a legal standpoint to understand the reason why a lawyer would not like any lawyer. If they knew, first of all, they're talking to their client saying, did you have anything to do with it? No, I didn't. Any lawyer is going to go get all the information. Once they got all the information and he can prove that you had nothing to do with it, all right, let's take a trip down there and talk, and I'll tell you what you can answer and what you can't, blah, blah, blah. But any lawyer that is telling you refuse to go down there and talk, there is something that can implicate you in some kind of way. And he is protecting you from that.
If X had, there's nothing remotely possible can link him to this particular issue.
They're going to go down there and talk.
You don't need no damn lawyer. Just go down there. What you need a lawyer for?
But even if you did, but EM, now you want to
you the person telling his client to go talk to the police. Not a single Miami lawyer.
No, you want a lawyer present.
No Miami lawyer. I'm telling you, ain't no Miami lawyer want to tell his client to go talk to the police. No.
But at the same token, if they can if they can clear his name and make sure he is, think about it. Think about it. We're talking about a guy who knows the football implications. He and on a contract situation, he want to clear his name as soon as possible. Does he not?
If he has a reason to need to clear his name, he doesn't have it. Show us why there's a reason why he needs to clear his name. And
I just don't. I don't understand.
My name Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Listen. Listen. If Fort Worth come knocking on my door and say, Mr. Matt, EM Dolphin said, we want to see you Tuesday in my office. We got to ask you about something that happened in the neighborhood or whatever. We have a few questions for you. Guess what I'm doing? Okay, no problem at all, because I know goddamn well I didn't do a damn thing to nobody. So I don't understand why do I need to say, I need to have my lawyer present for what? That's ridiculous. You didn't do nothing. If you did nothing to nobody, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Listen,
that's ridiculous.
I could be innocent, but he could also know some info, and he might be saying, "I don't want to get involved."
And see, I hate that. And see, one thing I do hate. I see these comments talking about Ian would tell on herself. And see, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I hate this. I don't know if I should take this conversation on your platform, TD. I don't know if you, at this point in time, I don't know if you're ready to handle.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So I'll reserve my comments. But at the end of the day, I just don't understand why, if you're doing nothing wrong, why won't you want to go talk to these people and let them know just to clear any kind of anxiety?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing for me, EM. So you're the type of individual that you'll go talk to them, clear your name. Now, me personally, knowing the way that the system is built, regardless if I'm innocent, I will talk to the police. I will just make sure that my lawyer has done their due diligence and gotten all the information so we can sit down and talk about if there is anything that can implicate me in this matter.
And that's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying I'm not against it, but I'm just saying from my perspective, they come knocking on my door. It could be any police department. Ask me anything. Bro, I'm not gonna wait and say, I need to lawyer up before I come talk to you. No, because I know I ain't done a damn thing.
But they just 2 days ago, a man just got released from prison after doing 73 years. He was a teenager. He was in there and was not guilty. They just released him 73 years.
TD.
I'm just not gonna open the door.
Hang on. Do you want to take this conversation in that direction? Do you really want to?
That's fine. I got 21 minutes.
No, that ain't enough time. Time.
Hey, but you know what? Tonight at 10 o'clock, I'm gonna go live if you're available.
Real quick.
10 o'clock my time.
Hang on. This slim Dolphin fan cutter said Eve is definitely a snitch. You goddamn right. If you out here robbing, raping, shooting up your own community, If you out here selling drugs, doing stuff that you're not supposed to do, you goddamn right I'm gonna tell on you. Period. People need to grow up and stop. Let me. I'm sorry, TD. I'm sorry. I hate that when I encounter that, even with people personally. When they encounter, you snitch, you tell them, no, but obey the law. No, grow up. Obey the law. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
I'll put it like this because in that regards, I share your same sentiment, not with the cursing and stuff. So we want to try.
I'm sorry, my bad, TD. My bad, bro.
But
my bad, TD.
But I'm one of those individuals that know what's killing our communities, and us not policing our own communities is killing our communities. So yeah, there needs to be a level of accountability because we're not doing it ourselves. So I'm not with that whole snitching and all this and stuff. Listen, my kids need to grow up in a safe environment. So I'm not. Listen, I grew up where there's a lot of people in the streets, and I was around it, but that don't mean I need to live like it my whole life. So at the end of the day, I understand that sentiment.
TD, I know firsthand with my law enforcement background of how detrimental this kind of just mentality is to our community. I know the devastation that these type of individuals that harbor this mentality and go out here and engage in this type of activity. How devastating, not to the Hispanic community, not to the white community, but to our community. So I hate to hear that when you hear, oh, snitching, I ain't gonna tell it from people that look like me and you. That bothers me. I'm so sorry. I know firsthand the devastation this stuff caused. And it's ridiculous, bro. And I don't care where I'm at. I don't care. I'm gonna let you know. I don't care if anybody got a problem with what I'm saying. We can talk about it.
And then one thing I will say, you know, this notion that snitches get stitches is just not true. In the times that we living in, it's just not true.
That, bro. I can't stand
It's just not true, man. Ain't nobody out here caring for their own community.
They're gonna do their job to figure out exactly what it is. So,
I'll be honest. Look. I'm this. I didn't grow up like that to have like that kind of a reaction to just be like that, like a snitch. It's not something that it is frowned upon to an extent in the workplace, I say, but in real life, no. If you got to say something, you got to say something. I don't know. That's what I see.
And people, and see, these are the first ones. They sitting here, don't tell. This no snitching policy, right? As long as it applies to somebody else, but let somebody come in their house and rape their mama, kill their mom, put their kid in the microwave, and see how they feel about the no snitching policy. It's all good as long as it applies to somebody else. That's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And I'm telling you, bro, I'm sorry, TD. I get emotional. This is a very emotional topic for me personally.
I get it, bro. I get it. But the thing is, man, a lot of this, we don't even know if X, it even applies to X. I know somebody brought it up in the comment section, X ain't snitching or whatever. So that's what brought this about. Maybe there's nothing he needs to snitch about,
That's why he ain't got nothing to talk to him about.
Yeah, but at the same token, if you have nothing to talk to him about, that's why I don't understand how.
But his lawyer's the one telling him not to talk to him, right?
You don't have to volunteer. You don't have to volunteer yourself, and that's the thing. Like, I think people don't always understand because they feel like, oh, I do have to go the extra mile. You don't have to. So many people and so many innocent people are locked up today because they volunteered themselves without the right necessary precautions being taken. And sometimes one slip up, and now the police are going down a rabbit hole. I'm not saying police are wrong or anything like that, because I have family in law enforcement. I know Ian, he's a stand-up guy. He was in law enforcement. But I'm just saying, we want X to go out here and volunteer himself for what? Give them probable cause for the questioning, other than that my friend called an agent. How does that implicate me? Because for all we know, like I said, this dude could be emergency contact. This guy could be such a close friend to X that when the agent can get in touch with X, he knows I can call this guy because 9 times out of 10 he's with X. And this is, to me, just all circumstantial hoopla. And I get both sides of the argument. I'm not saying, X is wrong for not volunteering himself, but I'm saying, why do we need to feel the need that he needs to clear his name? Why doesn't the man have the benefit of the doubt already? Why is he being categorically somehow guilty because he doesn't want to talk? because his friend made a phone call.
So let me ask you a question, Finstanity, in that regards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does this affect Xavien Howard's potential to renegotiate his deal?
No, because I feel like the Dolphins organization has done their due diligence with this investigation. This is one of their top players. If you think Stephen Ross has not sent people to get the necessary information about this, to me, that's why I'm not really worried about it.
Hold on. You think Stephen Ross is sending people out to get more information than the police?
I believe that front office has done some investigation.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
the type of money he got
how you
to
gonna
protect
get
his brand,
how you gonna get more information when they're not talking about it?
I'm pretty sure they got every single information. If TMZ can get all these tapes and stuff, I'm pretty sure Stephen Ross,
private investigators.
Y'all on some milk. So you mean to tell me if I ain't ball game,
also got a private investigator on retainer? You know that, TD. You know that, right?
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, the NFL got the CIA at disposal, bro.
Yeah,
So the Dolphins got their own PI though. They got their own guy on retainer.
That's not what I'm talking about. So you mean to tell me and Ball Game go to dinner tonight and we sit here talk about how we hate our agent EM, and then Ball Game say, "Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go clap him for you." Not saying that happened. Or let's even go even further and say, "Don't worry about it. I can't stand him. I'm about to clap him. Ain't got nothing to do with me." You mean to tell me Ball Game go over there, pop, take off. Stephen Ross got enough money to know what happened? If me and Ball Game ain't talking about it?
What I'm saying is,
what are we talking about? Like evidence, the police would have it then.
Avenue. What I'm saying is, any information that the police has now, the organization has it. I'm not saying anything that they don't know.
I get that, but they ain't got nothing now.
They obviously do if they want to talk to X and try to talk to the man.
They got circumstantial information. Circumstantial.
Exactly.
So
there's nothing rock solid that says, you know what, we need to part ways with X. We need to get ahead of the situation right now, need to trade him or cut him. If it was that bad, if it was really like that bad, I'm pretty sure they would have moved off this guy before. Who knows? Situations might be different right now because we're in a pandemic and COVID makes things a little bit different right now. Like, you can't just go to everybody's home. You can't just have everybody coming in and out to precinct and all that. And a lot of things were closed down and shut down, and it might have slowed up the investigation process. But I'm pretty sure the Miami Dolphins are very much involved with this. And if it ever came to a point where it was a necessity for X to clear his name, for them to get out in front of it, like these PR guys ain't getting paid all this money to sit on their behinds. They know what's going on, TD, and they kind of have a temperature of where X stands in this picture and why maybe they want to talk to him. I really feel like if it was life or death, money on the line, this is going to affect our organization. You need to go down there and talk to those police. They would call X and say, get down there, get your lawyer and get down there and clear the situation up. I don't think it's as deep as we're trying to do.
But that's not. But who's to say they didn't tell him that and he said no? My lawyer said not to.
Well, that would have to come out.
Well, the Dolphins not going to talk about his personal legal issues.
Exactly. They let the whole domestic violence thing play out. They're going to let.
But they never talked about it. They don't speak about your personal issues.
But they know.
That's just like human resources. They're not allowed to.
They know behind the scenes what's going on. These organizations, they be knowing. Especially after the Ray Rice situation, they be knowing.
Tyreek Hill, Ray Rice.
They be knowing. They be calling up these chiefs and all that, the detectives and all that, and have conversations with them. I'm not saying the owners directly, but their personnel and all that, they get all the necessary information so that the organization can get in front of it as quick as possible.
It's gonna be interesting, man.
Xavien Howard needs to get out ahead of this, and he needs to, from just a professional standpoint, he needs to eliminate any possibility about him being linked to this situation. I would have think he would have been addressed this long time ago. So, but the good thing, I'm not gonna say good thing, but I will say this from a law enforcement standpoint: if they had something concrete on him, X would have. If they had evidence that he was, responsible for this, or anything concrete, this would have been a bigger issue. This wouldn't have just been coming out now. It would have been, they would have, you know, this would have been an issue months ago.
Can we talk about how good Tua looks physically?
Yeah, that was the last. First of all, we're not going to sit here and talk about how good he looks, because what are we talking about when you say how good he looks?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
No, I'm confused. Are we saying he put on a little more muscle or something like that? What are we talking about here? Like we ain't seen a ball.
In the pinky.
The only thing I care about him looking good is throwing a 40-yard pass accurately. Not his physique. Oh, he looked a little more ripped, but okay. Now he looks strong. I like that.
It's showing dedication and the mental preparedness that he's willing to go through to get his body back in football shape. Not even football shape, NFL football shape.
And he knew, and again, he's addressing his biggest issue, in my opinion, was his body just wasn't where it was pre-injury. And he said that, you know, a couple weeks ago during the Super Bowl. He said that's what his game plan is. And he's going to attack the offseason, trying to get stronger, get that hip stronger, trying to get all of that athleticism that he had before he got injured. He wants to get back as close to that point as possible. So it's good to see him. He's a man of his word. He's putting that work in, bro, and I expect big things. If he's still on this roster, I expect big things for Tua Tagovailoa in 2021.
What you mean, if he's still on the roster?
If he is. I mean, you know, the Deshaun Watson situation is a possibility. I think it's a real possibility. The Dolphins I think they would be doing us, the fan base, the organization as a whole, a major disservice if you don't entertain acquiring just the possibility, seriously, inquiring to obtain a player the level of Deshaun Watson at this point in time. They'll be doing us a major disservice. So with that being said, it's not that they, you know, they're saying, well, we don't believe in Tua, we don't want Tua, whatever. It's just that Deshaun Watson is he's 2 to 3 times a player that Tua is right now. Now, Tua might turn next year, come out and take he might take 2 steps and close that gap in terms of how good a player the player comparison is. But at the end of the day, as we're sitting here in the off season, we won't know that until the 2021 season is complete. But as we're sitting here now, Deshaun Watson is the player.
I say this. If Dak Prescott could do it when he was a rookie with that offensive line and Zeke at running back, if you did the same or attempt to do the same thing for Tua, Tua's going to be all right. Because I'm coming out of college, he was way better than Prescott, bro. So I'm just saying, I kind of look at it that way because I didn't expect Dak to do a whole lot, and he did phenomenal his first year. And I am a Prescott fan. I don't like the Cowboys, but I recognize the game, and he's a good player. A lot of people don't think that, but I do. I think he is a good player. He just needs to avoid contact.
Dak Prescott?
Yeah, I like Prescott.
He's only a good player when he has everything around him.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If you do that for Tua, let the game slow down for him. Even when stuff gets taken away, who knows what you're going to have? He might still be able to produce. That's all I'm saying.
That's the scary question about football that everybody want to ignore. Nobody want to talk about it. They just want to say we'll worry about it when we get there. And history continues to prove it. These guys keep having everything around them, and they look great. And then when they don't, well, like I always bring up, when they get their money and they don't have everything around them, it's not the same. Like I don't understand that. Like there are some quarterbacks that's good enough that even when you take a little from them, they're still going to produce at a high level.
Well, TD,
I'm just saying, TD. Tua is better than Prescott. He has the potential to be better than Prescott in my eyes.
Where I offer pushback with you, TD, that's every quarterback. That's just not relative. Not. Yes, it is, bro. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. I'll wait. Of a player.
Trent Dilfer.
What are you talking about?
Same thing with what's your boy Flacco?
Trent Dilfer had an amazing running game.
No. But that was just a running game.
They passed the ball with efficiency. They passed the ball enough to. They passed the ball enough to keep you honest.
No. I'm sorry. Ball game. I was talking about Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, but the great quarterbacks.
But Dilfer won a Super Bowl.
The great quarterbacks. We're talking about the Tom Brady's of the world. We're talking about the Peyton Mannings of the world. We talk about
what about him? What about him?
That's your guy. That's your standard that can do it without it.
They can't win without help. They can't win without help, bro.
All I'm saying is
every quarterback needs support. Is my point.
No. You're missing it. I'm not talking about no help. Everybody's going to always have help. There's a different amount of help is what I'm talking about.
Peyton Manning had more.
Damn, he had two
No, stop. I'm talking
two Hall of Fame wide receivers.
The amount of help. Hold on. So y'all mean to tell me, here's my thing, and he's gonna be the guinea pig. You mean to tell me take away you could take away 2 pieces away from Mahomes. He's still going to the Super Bowl?
Hell no.
I don't care if it's but that's my thing. There are some guys that can take a team and you don't have to have that kind of talent around them. You still, you want to have good players, but you don't have to have elite players all around them.
Let me give
you an example. I think Deshaun Watson is one of those guys. I think Deshaun Watson is one of those guys. I think Deshaun Watson. I think if we had Deshaun Watson last year, just last year alone, we could have been contenders.
His receivers were more consistent than our receivers, though.
But that's my thing. Deshaun Watson on Miami last year, I believe, would have had a lot more production out of that receiving core, and we would have actually made a deeper run.
Those guys
why do you say that?
The quarterback is not making those wide receivers elite. They are who they are, TD.
No, that ain't what I'm talking about. There were passes that Tua just didn't throw. There were some that were just off the mark. There was some that Let me finish.
Go ahead.
There was some that was off the mark, and there was some plays that he didn't extend that he could have. That's all I'm saying. So you mean to tell me with Watson last year, we don't have one more win?
So I don't understand.
But there were also many plays. Hang on, TD. Hang on. There was also many plays where Tua made the correct read. The ball was delivered on time. The ball was accurate where it was supposed to be, and the receivers just dropped it, didn't make the play. So
let me respond to that. Hold on. Let me respond to that. Okay. Y'all keep talking about when he did stuff well and people dropped the ball. If Watson was in Miami, he would have did things well, but he would have done more well, and even with the same amount of drops, there would have still have been more successful plays.
Here's where I agree. Here's where I agree with you, TD. And I said this a month ago. I said when we had this conversation on, I think, Larry's platform about, if Fitz would have been our quarterback when we have made the playoffs. I firmly agree with that, because where Fitz, we needed more in how our team was constructed. And I think Fitz's ability to improv is what was needed in addition to just him being consistent at that position. Tua didn't necessarily
improv would have got us
exactly. Watson is what 2 to 3 times player Fitz is in that regard. So yeah, I agree with you in that regard. Watson's game, Tua, for whatever reason, I think the hip was an issue, more of an issue than what the Dolphins let on. I firmly believe that. But yeah, I do agree with you. Yeah, we probably won 2 more games. We probably would have won 12 this year.
So what I'm saying to y'all is this. This ain't even a conversation of a knock on Tua. I'm just specifically talking about a quarterback who may not need everything. Like Watson could have been on this roster last year, which still had some areas on the O-line that need to be addressed. We still need a few more weapons and a few tweaks on the defense. But Watson could have took us to the playoffs. It could have won a first and possibly even a second round game. Like, even if we went to the AFC Championship, I cannot rule that out if Watson was under center for us.
Here's my question.
So my thing is this. Hold on. Let me finish, though. My thing is this. Tua's going to get a better O-line next year. He's going to get better weapons and a completed defense. And then if he reaches that feat, we think it's him.
No, there's nobody foolish enough to believe that.
I mean, if it was Watson with that, we might even win a Super Bowl. But Tua gets to the second round. So all I'm saying to y'all is a lot of these guys we think are great quarterbacks, but we also can't ignore everything that's around them. So when I say you can have some things around you, but I need a quarterback who don't need everything around them. So who
said Tua needs everything?
No. This wasn't about Tua. It was about Dak Prescott. Remember, I was making that point that we keep on talking about these guys are great when they've always had everything around them.
But I can't knock Dak Prescott for falling into a great situation with a team.
And I'm not either, but it tells you you don't know who he is yet.
No. Well, hold on. No, what it tells me is that because he went out. I mean, you have to, at some point, you have to take back the fact that they were put into these great situations and just look at the body of work. For me, I'm not evaluating Tua against Watson. So for me, I don't look at it the same because Deshaun Watson's been in the league for 4 years. Tua only had 9 games. I'll evaluate year 2 against year 2. Now then that will be what I'll use to gauge where Tua Tagovailoa is in terms of his growth and who he might be for us. I can't do that off of a 9-game sample. My thing is that even if Watson, this is my firm belief, if we'd had the same complement of wide receivers on the field and we'd have had Deshaun Watson back there at the helm, he may have given us another win, maybe 2. But at the same sense, that's not going to take away those drops that those dudes made, bro. Those are routine NFL catches that they should have made. They dropped them.
Don't look at the drop rate. Don't look at the drop rate for the Kansas City Chiefs. Don't look at the drop rate for the
drop rate for the Kansas City Chiefs is going to be higher, TD, because they throw the ball 72% of the time.
I said rate. I said drop rate, not drops. I said drop rate. The percent of throws.
Oh, well, hold on. Here's a kicker. So I get what you're saying, but let's run it down. Who's Tyreek Hill for us? Who's the caliber of Tyreek Hill for us in terms of the wide? That's what matters, though, TD.
Then back to your point, ball game. Then back to your point with the whole Dak Prescott thing, man. If Tua Tagovailoa had the O-line that Dak had when he came in and the running game Dak had, Tua would have went to the playoffs this year in Miami.
And no doubt, nobody's denying that. But that's not what we have.
Point. But Tua doesn't have that. Tua doesn't have that. But we uplift Dak like he's better.
No, I'm not uplifting.
There's something that y'all ain't even bringing up though. With Tua,
this is what TD's trying to do. TD's trying to set the stage next year because Tua is going to take a significant leap in terms of production next year. He's going to get better. I'm convinced of it. So when that happens, TD's already setting the stage where he can say, well, he won't. He in a position where he don't have to give Tua credit. He'll say, "Well, it's the players around him improve, which contributes to his elevation and play." That's what he's trying to do.
You're right.
I know what you're trying to do.
You're correct.
I know what you're trying to do.
EM, you're correct to a degree because that. But why are we ignoring? Why are we ignoring that? Is that not going to be a factor in why he's like? Look, what if Tua played the exact same next year that he played this year? But he got a better O-line, a better run game, and more weapons, and they drop the ball less.
If we got a better,
did he get better? No, but everybody around him did.
Here's my kicker, TD. Here's my kicker. He doesn't. No, I don't think anyone in their drafting of him or anyone in how they're looking at trying to fix the holes on this team and constructing it is looking for him to be Superman. That's the whole point, right? We put so much emphasis on the quarterback position, but it is still, and I keep saying this, it is the most dependent position in football. So why are we even doing that? Why does that even matter?
And also,
because
look at the change.
So you add
look at the change.
This is how I look at it, right? If you go with say your quarterback is A+, and every other position that supports him is C or less. How successful is he going to be?
Not very successful.
But if you got a B, listen, if you got a solid B at quarterback and you're a B+ at every other position, you should have a whole bunch of continuity and success. Wouldn't you think?
I think y'all are missing the point that I'm trying to make here. It's not. It wasn't even about Tua. What
I've been listening for 2 years. I'm trying to figure it out.
Hold on. Let me put it like this. What makes Josh Allen better than Tua Tagovailoa?
Nothing.
But that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make here.
No, they still got to go through the same processes. And Josh Allen was a train wreck compared to Tua Tagovailoa in these 9 games that he played in his first season.
That's the same point I'm trying to make here, ball game. It's not about Tua. Nothing makes Josh Allen better than Tua. The point of the matter is, this is the piece that people want to ignore. Is there when Josh Allen, like right now, they about to release their linebacker because they can't afford him. They're about to have they about to be in trouble with salary cap issues. They're about to lose significant players, and when Josh Allen get that money and he goes back to barely making the playoffs or just missing it, and people are like he's not as good as he used to be, which again is unfair because the people are ignoring the factor that everything around you matters. But is there a quarterback that can get you over the top with a good enough team? Is there a such thing as a good enough that can get you over the top with an above average team? Because
I get what you're saying, just kind of elevate people. But look, this is the thing though, TD. One of the things that we ain't even mentioned yet is the fact that this guy's going through change in coaching going into this season. And that is an indicator that the coaching from the previous season failed him. I know everybody's going to say, well, Chan walked away. No. Chan probably should have got fired. That's probably what was going to happen.
Right.
And he's got a new quarterback coach. Look at the quarterback coaches that Allen and Herbert have had. Everybody was gunning for them when those guys were available. All the Charger fan base was losing their mind because they thought we were going to get Pep Hamilton. I'm just saying the support for the kid wasn't there as well. Yeah, Tua can do better, but he also needs that direction when you're coming into a big game like the NFL. You know what I mean? There's just more responsibility in the NFL.
TD, can we just let the kid let the process play out? Let the kid learn.
Of course, it's going to play out. This wasn't about Tua. This wasn't about Tua. This was about this preference, this theory in the NFL that people got wrong. We're saying Dak Prescott is something that if I'm just saying, like, reality, as soon as you play a guy what people considers what he's worth, right? Like, nobody cares about the fact that no team has been successful building the proper team around these guys once they get their money. Like, can somebody on here right now name the quarterback?
I disagree. I emphatically disagree with that.
No. Well, do me a favor, EM. Name the quarterback who everybody thought was really good, that got his money, that a team was able to build a team around him that went to
TD, you act like they haven't been paying quarterbacks top. The quarterback position hadn't been.
They haven't, bro. They haven't been paying 20%. Listen, they have not been paying 20% of the salary cap. They always used to pay 12 and 13%.
That's because the salary cap was smaller at that point in time.
Percent, bro. Y'all keep going whole numbers. I'm saying ratio.
No,
percent. 13%. EM, simple math, bro. If the salary cap is $100 million and they give a quarterback 10%, that is $10 million. But they're paying quarterbacks today $20 million on a $100 million deal. That's 20% of the cap, which is hurting the team around them.
This is where we part ways, bro. Look,
bro. Listen, if y'all can come on at 10 tonight, bro, I gotta get to the airport. I gotta actually pick somebody up from the airport. But if y'all can come on, huh?
My sister, come on.
I'm coming, baby.
I don't agree with them. I don't agree with quarterbacks making all that money when they.
But that's the nature of the NFL.
Yeah, somebody gotta break the mold. Then let it be us.
Exactly. But if y'all can come on at 10 tonight. Or maybe even 9. I'm gonna be live again because I want to pick up on this conversation. So if y'all are able to come through, please come through.
I got something for you. I got something for you.
We'll see. Just don't fall asleep, old man.
Bro. I got some more for you.
Yeah, whatever. I'll see you tonight, man. Hey, just make sure you ain't doing no drive-bys between now and then. Bye.
All right, man. Y'all be good.